Good morning, Super Readers! Thank you for joining us in our Valley PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Nix.
I'm Mrs. Vang.
I'm Mrs. Hammock.
And this is a place for us to learn, practice, and
grow our brains
to become even stronger readers, writers, and thinkers. So let's get started by warming up our brains with some
ear training
called Daily Phonemic Awareness. And what's that? That just simply means that we're going to turn on our ears and listen to some sounds. Today we're going to do some phoneme blending. So I'm going to give us some sounds. We're going to tap them out on our arm and blend them to make words.
Fun.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can do it at home too. Put your arm out and we're going to start up here at our shoulder with our first sound. Here it goes. Sh, o. L. Put it together. Shell. Did you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shell.
Nice. Good job.
It reminds me of Tina.
It does. She's got a shiny shell. All right, here's another one. Ready? Broth. Broth. You got it. Good job. Okay, last one. Let's see if I can trick you up a little. And van.
Van.
Nicely done. So we've got all these sounds that we've been practicing. You know what else I like to practice a little bit? Because it kind of gets us.
I know.
Wakes my brain up.
All right, let's do a little dancing this morning. We're going to do proper nouns are special nouns. And so I just need our maestro to click the go button. Ready?
We ready to dance? Because proper nouns are they important nouns? Do we need to capitalize them? Yes. Okay, shake it off. You guys ready? This is a fun one.
Proper nouns are special nouns, it's guaranteed. They name particular people and places and things indeed. Like Abraham Lincoln in Idaho and Buddy and Charlie, my cats, you know they are special nouns that we call proper nouns. Proper nouns have capital letters, it's guaranteed. They name particular people and places and things indeed. Like Kelly, my sister in Santa Fe, and the names of every month and day. They are special nouns that we call proper nouns. Proper nouns are special nouns, it's guaranteed. They name particular people and places and things indeed. Like Bill, my neighbor in Tennessee, and Buzzy, my stuffed yellow bumblebee. They are special nouns that we call proper nouns. Proper nouns have capital letters, it's guaranteed. They name particular people and places and things indeed. Like Dr. Brown and the Milky Way and the names of every holiday. They are special nouns that we call proper nouns.
Oh, that was awesome. That was so much fun. I'm definitely feeling like my brain is woke up.
I am
Ready
awake
to learn.
and ready to practice our digraphs. Come on over to our word wall and let's take a look. All right, this week we have been working on digraphs. A digraph is 2 letters, but it only makes 1 sound. So we have been working on the thumb card, and it's spelled with a TH. We also have the shell card, and that is spelled with the SH, and it makes the sh, like at the beginning of shell. And then we have the sing card. It's spelled with the NG, but remember, you're always gonna see that with a vowel in front. So I like to teach it as a word chunk. And it's an I, it says ing, it says ing. When it's an A in front, it says ANG, it says ang. ONG says ong, and UNG says ung. Ing, ang, ong, and ung. And that will help you as you're finding words that have that NG, if you know that little word chunk. All right, today we're going to do things a little bit different because I want to introduce you to a new sound that's connected to our thumb card. So I'm going to call in our friends to help us to do some blending. Hey guys, how are you today?
Good morning, Mrs. Hammock.
Good morning.
Good. I'm still dancing to my proper noun, so that was a good one.
That is a good one, and I know how much you love to dance. All right, well today, friends, we're going to do some blending together. And I was kind of hoping, since you've had a few days to practice, that maybe you could blend some words with us. What do you think?
That sounds fun.
All right,
Ready.
so I'm going to let's have Tina. Tina, can you blend this word for us and say the sounds, and then you blend it, and we'll see if we can figure out what it is.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Moth, moth, moth.
Moth. How'd you do, Ricky? Did you think moth?
I got it. And then I went, is there a moth in here?
Oh, no, thank goodness there's not a moth in here. All right, Ricky, it's your turn. We're going to have you do the shell card with this word. Here we go.
Shop.
Very nice. Now, I know we had this word before because Tina said she likes to shop, but I thought it might be a good time to refresh and remember. All right, and I will practice this one. You guys do it quietly in your head and then be ready to tell me the word. Here we go. We have a blend at the beginning and we have a digraph at the end, and it's paired with our I. So that means that's going to say ing. So I'm going to say this. St, ing, st, ing. What do you think?
Sting.
Is that what you said, Tina?
That's what I was thinking too. Like a little tiny bee sting.
Oh, that would hurt.
Because ST it's a blend. It's my favorite.
Oh, that's right. You did love
I
that
love it.
one. I forgot about that. Okay, now, I want to tell you something else about the thumb card. So we talked about this word, moth. And do you remember earlier in the week I told you it is an unvoiced sound? So if we put our hand here and we say it's just air. It doesn't have a voice or make a loud sound. It's only air. And our vocal cords don't move at all. Try it. Good job. Okay, now what I need you to know is that TH also has a sound that has a voice. Now, we don't have it on our card, but I want you to know it because it's really important. And that sound sounds like this. Ooh, it kind of tickles my tongue. And when I put my hand here, I can feel my vocal cords vibrating a little bit. So, and so the TH makes a soft sound with no voice, and it makes a harder sound with a voice. Can you try those two sounds? Let's do the soft sound. Ready, go. Good job. And now let's try the harder sound. Very good. Now, the reason you need to know that is because there are words that use the TH that have a voice. So let's try this one. I'm going to blend it and you help me. Here we go. This is the harder sound. This.
Ooh.
What do you think that is? This is an example of the voiced TH sound. This. Now, Ricky said that the soft TH sometimes reminded him of the fire card or the F, the F sound. So you've got to be careful with that and remember where your tongue is to say that soft sound. But a lot of boys and girls get this one mixed up too. What sound do you think it could be confused with?
It kind of reminds me of a V.
Yes, that's right. So this sound says, my teeth are on my lip. But when I say the voiced TH, my tongue is still out. So it's and do you see how tricky that can be?
That is pretty tricky.
Don't worry if it's tricky because we will continue to practice all this week. So my readers at home and I are going to build a word together, and you guys, I'll see you later.
All right, see you later.
Thanks for your help. All right, friends at home, let's build the word that. We have that hard TH sound, and then we have the at, and the T at the end. That. Great job. We'll practice more later, but now it's time for high frequency words.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mrs. Hammock. And yes, high frequency words, those words that we see often in our reading and we're using it in our writing. Are you starting to practice them at home too? That's great, because that's how we become amazing readers and writers. Okay, we have 5 words we're practicing this week. Let's go through and read them. And you know what? It's almost Halloween, and so I have a special little pointer finger today. All right, it's creepy and weird, but let's do it. Makes it fun, right? All right, read the words with me. All, call, day, her, and want. Okay, today I want us to practice this one right here. I'm going to point to it with my little finger here. The word is day. Say day with me. Day, let's spell it. D-A-Y spells day. Great job. Let's use it in a sentence. I have my sentence right here. I spent the, see if it works, day at the shop. Does that make sense? It does. Great job. Okay, so I spent the day at the shop. Here's another activity that you can do at home to practice. You could have a silly little finger like this, and you can be pointing at your words. You can also create what we like to call Whack-A-Word Wednesday. And this is where we're going to just go out and just tap out our words. So today's word is day. Spell it with me. Here we go. D-A, and where's our Y? Down there at the bottom. Great job. This is a great skill for us to practice looking for our different letters and spelling our words. And you can do that at home. Super easy. Get a little pool noodle. I put a pencil on here, and I've got myself a little whacker. All right. I am about to kick it off to a story, but before I do, just a reminder, we've been working on reread. Rereading is a strategy that we use when, as we're listening to a story, we're listening for those important pieces, and if we miss it, we can go back and revisit and reread a section for a little bit of help. We're going to practice that after you hear today's story. I'll see you in a second.
Louise's Library. How do you get your books? How does giving out books help people? In Colombia, a country in South America, children love to read books, but getting books when you live far away from a town with a library can be hard. Luckily, a man named Luis Soriano has come up with a way to bring books to some very small villages in Colombia. Luis is a school teacher in a small town. He enjoys books just as much as his students do. In the house he shares with his wife and children, there are books stacked up to the ceiling. He believes that children in his country should have books and a library no matter where they live. For over 20 years, he has shared his books with children all over Colombia. You'll never guess how he delivers them. Luis doesn't throw his books into the back seat of his car or even onto a wagon. He delivers them on 2 donkeys. First, he straps small bookshelves onto the backs of his donkeys. They are named Alfa and Beto, after the Spanish word alphabet, alfabeto. Then he fills the shelves with books and heads out to one of the 15 villages he visits regularly. Luis and his donkeys carry signs that say Biblioburro. That means donkey library in Spanish. It's a library on legs. Luis and his donkeys get up very early every Saturday and spend the day making sure children who live deep in the country have books to read. They cross over rivers and follow dangerous trails. They even fight off snakes and hot temperatures to bring children books. Years ago, Luis hurt his leg when he fell from one of the donkeys, but he was back to delivering books as soon as he healed. Luis knows that children rely on him for getting new books to read. He won't let anything slow him down. The children in small villages Luis visits know when he and his Biblioburro are coming. They line up in the street and wait excitedly for the donkeys to ride into town. Under Luis's leadership, the children gather around and listen to him read from new books. In some places, they hold class in the street. Luis gives them lessons in different subjects and works with them to improve their reading skills. He even gives them homework to turn in during his next visit. Luis also has the children draw pictures and tell their own stories. Luis knows that reading and writing help the children make connections to the rest of the world. Of course, Luis also lets the children and their families borrow books. He brings as many different kinds of books as he can, so people can always find something that interests them. He even brings dictionaries and encyclopedias. The Biblioburro is a library after all. Luis started Biblioburro with only 70 books. He had to work very hard to make his dream of a donkey library come true. Now people all over the world admire Luis because of the Biblioburro. Of course, people admire the donkeys for their hard work too. Luis couldn't have done it without Alfa and Beto. Movies and picture books have been made about Luis and the Biblioburro. Now he gets books sent to him from as far away as New York City. With all of the donated books, he and his wife have more than enough books for their collection. They have started to build a real library in a real building near their home. Luis has inspired people in other parts of the world to give books to children who have no other way of getting them. So even though Luis has never left Colombia, he has helped children all over the world.
Did you guys enjoy that story about Luis and his library? Did you guys know it's a true story? I know, I absolutely love the story, and I love learning about Luis and how he goes around and gives books for kids to read. So as I was reading, I had some questions, and so because I had some questions, I had to go back and read to find my answer. Remember, that's a great strategy. If you have questions about the text, go back and reread and see if you can find the answer. So as I was reading, the first picture, it asks us what is important about Luis. And as I was rereading, I found that it was because he believes that children in his country should have books and library no matter where they live, and that was important. And so I highlighted or I boxed it so I know that was the answer. Now, as I continue, what does Luis do on Saturday morning? Oh, I couldn't remember, so I went back and reread, and then it says, and I knew that because here's my word Saturday, I know that on Saturday he got up very early and he would spend the day making sure children who live deep in the country would have books to read. So I can tell that and from the picture, he and his donkeys, looks like Ricky and his cousin, doesn't it? They took books for kids to read. Now, let's see if you guys can help me answer this question. How does Luis help the children in the villages? Now, again, if you can't remember or you just want to make sure that you have the correct answer, you can always read. That's right. So we're going to read this text to see if we can find the answer to how Louise helps the children in the village. And guess who's here today to help us read?
Me!
Oh! Did you guys hear that?
Excited. I love to read.
Here's reading. Rita, can you help us read this page?
Yes, I would love to. Louise gives them lessons in different subjects and works with them to improve their reading skills. He even gives them homework to turn in during his next visit. Louise also has the children draw pictures. Oh, I love to draw. Oh, sorry. And tell their own stories. Louise knows that reading and writing help the children make connections to the rest of the world.
Whoa, thank you, Rita. I love how you keep reading with great expression. Do you guys like how Rita reads? Oh, I love it. Now, Rita, as you were reading, did you find the answer to how Louise helps the children in the villages?
Yes. He works with them to improve their reading skills. That was the very first sentence.
Right. That's right. He gives them lessons with all different subjects. He works with them to improve their reading skills. And you know what else he does? Your favorite. He has them draw
Pictures.
and then he makes them practice their writing skills by having them write stories.
Yes,
Wasn't
he
that
does.
a great way to help children? Oh, I love that. But you know what time it is? How about we work with our writing skill now and go into our writing prompt?
Oh, I love to write. That's great.
Okay. Can you come back and help me?
Oh, yes, I will.
Okay, perfect. Now, let's go and read our writing prompt to everyone. So, my writing prompt today says, how can you get books to read? So I want you guys to think, what are some ways that you can get books to read? Oh, be thinking. I have some ways. Let's see if you guys are thinking of my ways, or maybe you guys can give me more ideas. So I restated my sentence with, I can get books to read by, and I want you guys to finish that sentence for me. So how can you get books to read? And I think I'm gonna have my friends come and help us with their writing. Oh, I see Tina.
Oh, I'm back.
There's Rita. Thank you for helping us with our reading. Have you guys been thinking, what are some ways you guys get books to read?
You know what? I have an idea. Probably one that people all over are saying out loud, because I can hear you. I hear you out there. And I think that they're saying going to the library.
Oh, that's a great idea. Who goes to the library to get books to read?
Me,
Oh, I see lots of hands. So Tina's sentence says, I can get books to read by going to the library. I love that. That's a great idea. Oh, let's see what.
have something.
Okay, Rita, how can you get books to read?
You can buy them at the bookstore.
You can.
I love to go shopping.
I love buying new books,
I
especially.
like that idea.
Do you guys remember what my special time of the day is? Of the year is? Was when we have a book fair. I love buying
those
books
are
at the
so
book
much
fair.
fun.
Oh, so fun. Okay, who can give me another idea of where you guys where you can get books to read?
Oh, I know another one. You can borrow them from your friends or your teacher.
Oh, that's a great idea. So, if you can't get to the library, ask a friend, borrow them.
That's a great idea, Tina.
Borrow them from your teacher. Great idea. Okay.
I have another idea.
Last idea. I can get books to read by.
Reading online, like Sora.
Oh, great job. If you have a computer, you can go online and get books to read like on Sora. So, I have a friend who has another book to recommend. Let's see how you can get this book to read. Let's see what book she's going to share.
Boys and girls, my name is Katrina Anguiano. I work here at Thomas Elementary in the library. I have a book here that's called The Day the Crayons Quit. It's about crayons writing letters to Duncan about why they want to quit. Why do they want to quit? I suggest you check out this book, read the letters, and figure out why they decide that they want to quit. check it out on Sora or your school library. It's really cool.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that story. It's another great one that I need to check out.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Roach.
Roach who?
Wrote you an email. I'm still waiting.
Oh my golly.
goodness.
Ricky, you're so silly. I love
See you
your
back
jokes.
here tomorrow.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.